Alright. Playing some Phoenix right here. Damn. Odd. Give me a second. There we are. Alright. Phoenix, alright. Seems good. I guess I'll get started. New game. Phoenix, Wright, Ace Attorney. The first turnabout. Gasp. Gasp. Damn it. Why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before the case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job. He's the reason I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick? Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? Sorry. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. Well, I guess it must be him. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was her unlucky set-up dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart, and that I owe him one. Which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 AM, District Court, Courtroom Number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge for your client's sake. I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of your defendant in this case. Phoenix Wright. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to do this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know his name. I, just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Cindy's autopsy. Oh. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay. So it's Cindy. Cindy Stone. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what's the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright has told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what the object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Alright. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in the court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet. We were Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me, ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean one of them? Lies, whole of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly... Oh, shoot. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to the case. Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I met her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh. He went. What did I do? Well, I feel like I should stop him from answering. I'll send him a signal. Why? Like a dog. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go into the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matter. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecutor may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sarwit to the stand. Mr. Sarwit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Sarwit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness again. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in front and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 PM. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right there. Murray, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sarwit was used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, let's quickly look. Victim apparently arrived home in Paris the day before. Electricity to Mr. Stone's building was out from noon to 6 PM on the day of the crime. Statue of the shape. It's rather heavy, yep. Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, and then point out the contradiction in the testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing it. Okay, let me see. Time of death, 4 PM to 5 PM. Yo. I thought he must... thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. Quailed in fright, had found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 PM. Was it? Because she did not die. Objection! You found the body at 1 PM? You sure? Yes, it was 1 PM for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 PM. There was no body to find at 1 PM. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sarwit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 PM? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Alright. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There's a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 PM. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying that time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Alright. Oh, yeah. There was no electricity. There's a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sarwit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sarwit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That end, you see, rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Enter your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon, the killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. Defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Alright, I know exactly what it is. The murder weapon. Well, that ain't true. Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You, with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I apologize. I have submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that witness' testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yeah. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hands. Yet the witness testifies he had never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never... Look, the clock, I heard no... I mean, I saw... Yeah. Shut up. I hate you. It was him. I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Give him death. Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely the clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? This court, listen very carefully. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sarwit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sarwit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha. 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 You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? Can't prove that. You don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright? Seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately. This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sarwit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime. Yeah, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. What? Not so fast, Mr. Sarwit. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slower the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Find it and let him have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found the evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words, let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running low. She arrived home from Paris, right? The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 PM here, it's 1 AM the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hasn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sarwit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? That was bad. I guess he died. I'm just that good of a lawyer. Or what do I say? Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think you... Oh. Why is Wright... Okay, thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but... This court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out that Frank Sarwit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sarwit let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saward grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Just realized some things are showing up on the stream differently than in actual chat. I guess it's suspended for a few. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, so I have to click. That's so strange. Alright. There we go, I can now see all of chat. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. This case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butt's innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. Ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. That's evidence. A present. For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Oh yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? I guess... the Thinker statue? Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is a clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she travelled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take travelling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. people too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you must believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me? We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry. Yeah. Part, at least. You have to tell me more about it sometimes. Maybe over drinks. Yo. Drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me up." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident, and my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry wouldn't be there would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end. So that was the first trial. We got brand new episode has been added. Saving content. Yes, I would like to save my progress. Alright. Bring. Hello, this is Maya. Hey, Maya, it's me. Maya? What's up? You haven't called in a while. Mia, sorry. Oh, bloody hell. No, I'm just teasing. I've been great. Finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I also feel safe keeping the evidence here. Gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like the statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside instead. Papers? Is that evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-child meeting until then. Okay, sis. But I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis. See you soon. Yep. I'll be waiting, Maya. Beep. Hey, Juice. What up? Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Alright. Faye and Co. law officers. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Oh. You are not cognifarious of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Oh. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry. The writing in this game sometimes is just The words are strange, just like ho ho. But I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Red, white, blue. Rip girl boss. Yeah, this is I had my first case with her and she's like dead. Uh-oh, I'm late. I don't think that's the worst of his troubles. Huh, that's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia. Maybe she's in her office. Examine? Oh, yeah, so it's a mouse. And then I smell blood, and that can't be good. I have to check and see if Mia the chief's okay. Alright. Okay. Move. Office. That smell. Blood. Sob. Is this... Someone's there. Chief? Chief? Chief! Can't yell right now. Who are you? What? Strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass slide stand. No clues here. Then you got the thinker statue. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Music slaps her. Chief, it's hard to see her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. The thinker added to the court record. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass nightstand lying broken in the back of the room. Glass shards. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police and find out what the girl was doing here. Okay. The girl just now. Where'd she go? Put her right there on the sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? How old is she? Because I've seen like other images of her and she looks older. And like here she looks like she's a teenager. It's okay. I work here. Maya Faye. Maya. Faye? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought that there'd be useful evidence like this outside of the courtroom. Okay, talk. What happened? She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in. The room was dark. And sis... So she was already dead. So you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting this late at night? Yes, she said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes, it was that clock. So she's 17, okay. It was the thinker. Does she get like older? But other stories you need to play more to find out. Okay. Died. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. That's my name. Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I'd better call up the police. Alright, do I move? No. Is there a phone here? There's no phone in the reception, I guess. Big 7. Right, I'd better call the police. That's funny. Feel the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police? Please, come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? That's a interesting looking person. She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Slide. There's a lot. The Gateway Hotel, a nice luxurious place. Good plot. Yeah, exactly. Amazing plot. Okay, so you just press it once. Okay. Where is it? I better not use it. Okay. Move. Oh! The police are here. Examine chair. Oh, too late. Whoops. The police sound like they're coming this way. Freeze. Police. Alright. I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. Received a report from the building across the way, see? He likes using the word see a lot. Yo, Sanjay, do you want to hop on call, or are you good just staying there? Because I feel like it would be easier to talk to you through call. Alright, cool. Got a person saying they saw a murder. Must have been that woman I saw. Do you see that woman more often? I'm asking for a friend. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Sleeping soon. Cool. Great. Just great. Maya, wait. She wouldn't have... Nah. Just one case? Okay. Okay. So, yeah. I'm glad you see her again. For reasons. She seems like a very interesting person. Excuse me? Eek. This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? There's plenty of bad females. Can't wait to see them. I mean, I'm really enjoying the plot so far. Victim drew this here note in her own blood. See, with her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? I love that evidence. Mia's younger sister, Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, but I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Wow, I have poor Maya locked up in like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It's up to you. Better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes, I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought that. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior's partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Bro. That's what she said? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit and watch. Then, when I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. Let's examine. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He hasn't moved an inch. A real pro, this guy. Smile for the camera. Then we got no clues here. I don't think any of these are clues, but yeah, alright. I guess we can talk. Maya, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spiritual medium in training. A spiritual medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Day of the crime. Can you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker. One Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it? In her own voice? Her own voice? Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah. I forgot how to delete those things. Alright, let's hear it. So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh. I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. Maya's memo added to the court record. Spirit medium. So you're an acolyte. A medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest to good spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, you can't contact Maya's spirit then. We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? I guess. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. I'm sitting right in front of you. There's plenty. Jesus Christ, that's so mean. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? He told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. Then will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon, and visiting hours are almost over. I better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Tell me yet. Sorry. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see, that morning. Yeah, okay, so I've seen this before. Yeah. I did not say I've done it. Oh. Then I found her. My sister. Thanks, bye. That's all I need to hear for now. Okay. Alright, let's go here. September 6th. Grossberg Law Offices. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. What's this painting? That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil painting is so thick it is practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Got an ashtray? A table for clients. Elegant ebony case, and if I'm not mistaken, that light is made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. How do you know the plant's expensive? No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. You just assume, okay. It's an odd thing to assume. Okay, I guess I'll go here. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Detective Suede Shoes. Suede Shoes, wasn't it? That's me. Don't step on my blue suede shoes. Wait. That's a song, pal. My name's Dick Gumshoe. Wait. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick. He thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. I don't think... Okay. Mia. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You wanna know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright. You can see the report, but that's all. Alright. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is just one trial you aren't gonna win. Why'd you say that? See, he's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know that means you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? Of course I do. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain, he doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk to him that way. You make him sound barely human. Still, I'm afraid this case must decide afraid this pretty much decides the case. Sir Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at an incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Amia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Mia's favorite potted plant. I remember it had this bizarre name no one could even remember. Cordeline stricta, pal. What was that? Mia's desk. Perfectly clean as always. The only thing that's missing is Mia. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scariest still is that Mia probably read all of these. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's a hotel right across the way. I feel like I want to go to that hotel. And now go to the law offices? No. I guess I'll go see Maya. Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry. I haven't seen him yet. I see. I better go see if I can find this elite lawyer she's talking about. Anything? Family. What about your family? Father died when I was very young. I don't know where my mother is. So she could still be alive. The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man and He ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer and she left the mountain. So you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her, all by herself up on the mountain. So, who was this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it apparently. The police were running out of leads and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spiritual medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow, so what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police captured was innocent. The police's consultation with a medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press, told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became the laughing stock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Okay. So where do I go now? Because I've checked everything here, right? Talked to everyone about everything. Let me see if there's anything else to examine in the offices. Maybe I can present something. Let me go talk to Maya. Present. Oh wait, maybe Gumshoe. Nope. Present. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have that. Do you think you could give it back? Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy. What should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This, It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of near old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai. That's an action hero on TV. Yeah, you see that strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes? Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Maya's cell phone received from Detective Gumshoe. Check the court record to hear the record. Guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You're done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to the witness. Anyway, you better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyery ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then? Ha! You're trying your lawyery tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get Detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. time to pay a visit to Miss May. Alright. Gatewater Hotel. September 6th. Gatewater Hotel. Room 303. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi? Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to the lawyer, pal. Remember to yourself. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up, so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. Okay, let's look around. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what she could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know that thing that occurred, happened the other day, the bad thing. What do you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it. Pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh boy. Could you just... Who exactly are you? Ooh, Mr. Lawyer. Are you hitting on me? No. Hey, I'm just trying to do my job here. You know you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've ever blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? God damn, this room. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives, like on television. Oh, no, not me, I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy lawyers. Oh boy. Late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's a Fay and Cove law officers building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize Face from the distance though. Ah, a still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the walls. The flowers are fake, as expected. No sunflowers and tulips, but that's the extent of my floral knowledge. What's inside, I wonder? Maybe later. Alright, I think that's it. Oh, it's bed. Simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. Excuse me, but I'm a witness. Please, witness, you understand? How could I possibly give you any information in good conscience, Me, the witness. It's just like the movies. Alright, I don't think I'm getting anything else from her, so let's move. She looks very sad. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Ah, ha. So you're the one they say have been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Yes, Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go or taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even got the chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Okay. How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just I'm busy, you see. But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister should be in good hands. Yes, of course, I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye. Creep. Bye. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look at them. I think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I have nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know that Mia Fey... She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least 3 million. I've no intent of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. 3:42 p.m. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what did I tell her? Well, see, I really don't think you should use that guy. Didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Erp. I see. I've been abandoned then. Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave and go home? I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you, whether you want me or not. Why? Why? Well... No one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know, I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their sides. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. That's so kind of you. Damn, don't cry. Well, let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Ooh. She smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment. At your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest is currently using the, facilities. If you have no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. You came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name before? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? Alright. There's a screwdriver sticking out of the half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy. Still there? Uh-oh. Time to scram. Look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. Yeah, I need to add that court part. To be continued. Saving content. Yes. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1. There's Edgeworth. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me like innocence. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the courtroom. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by the window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people already there. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh. Smack. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know a few of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right? Across the street from the crime scene. Okay. I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right, please continue. There were two people already there. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Miss Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Hold on, just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough. Detective Gumshoe, do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, detective? Guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, so... There's something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, detective. Let's hear your testimony again. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this piece of evidence the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. Let me just quickly see. I found a memo written on it. Red Maya was clearly in blood. before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't a movie, detective. Oof. Let's talk about the reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear, the victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order. Order. That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find. Suspect. I examine. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, and who did write it, Smarty Pants? Who? I did. I wrote the killer. Anyone can see that. Oh, saying the killer wrote her own name, buddy? Please. She was framed. Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on the memory found. That was clearly written on blood. That is true. These are victims. There's also blood found. She died. This is pointless. I don't. Hold it. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote it? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. Blood test shows the blood was victim. Oh! Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You said the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying? What? Isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but what exactly did you obtain? But when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder? Day after the murder. Prosecution's point being that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham. Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to had to request a second autopsy? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Okay. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? My God, this game. Witness, your name, please. April May. Okay, at your service. Wink. Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking. Ah, yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred? I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices? That's right, big boy. Please testify to the court about what you saw. Okay. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Wink. Jeez. Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes, I'll gladly proceed with cross-examination. Only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some kind of weakness. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Alright, witness account. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. Died from the blur, but lived a few minutes after being hit. Yeah, what's up? Cool, actually, there's something on. Oh, yeah. Wait, sorry. What is that? Oh yeah, the clock isn't working. Oh, and there's a third one. Alright. Yep, okay. Saw a woman, long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And the woman, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl had caught up to her and she hit her. Okay. Maybe I press her on that. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Him know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Rawr. XD, LOL. What you are trying to say? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink. Jesus. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had a witness accounts. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock, that kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you? Tee. I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin with the cross-examination. So, how does she know it's a clock? Alright, let's see. Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Time to press. Okay. Objection. Miss May, what you said right now is quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you already as recently called this a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Ooh, The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught the murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, the trial would have been over. Huh? What? So what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yes, I heard it. Say the time. So you've been to the law offices at Fay & Co? No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fair, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... you were at the hotel. There's no way you could have... Prosecution, no. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing on the case at hand. Indeed, objection abstained. Damn, time to switch directions. No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. It's not satisfied because it couldn't have wrong. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing the clockwork. How could you possibly? Just take a look, right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. A clock might have emptied after she heard it. That is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Ho ho. Impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... the phone call. Okay, Percy. Take that! Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clock out, sorry. September 5, 9:27 AM. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time it was recorded, which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain to this court, just how did you know that the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. Wink. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defendants have any objections, Mr. Wright? Yeah. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Clock was... It was made by Larry Butts. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And that one, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Well, excuse is not on sale today. Oh. She's making a bunch of... what? What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Tee-hee. Wink. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have any opinion on the behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... You held it? It's a familiar territory. I'll just use the same approach as with Larry. Miss May held that very clock in her hands. Mr. Wright, when was this? When she used it to strike the victim. When else? Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? April May, you killed Mia Fey, I say. And when you struck, the force of the impact made think of me. That's when you heard it. Okay, well... You truly are a work of art, Mr. Phoenix, right? What's that supposed to mean? It was you who just proved that the thinker was empty. Oh. Of course, it wouldn't ring. What's more, the witness has a rock-solid alibi. Miss May, perhaps you could explain to the poor, misguided Mr. Wright that you were in the hotel at the time of the murder. She can't prove it. She did it. It would be my pleasure. No way. Yes way, Mr. Lawyer. Did the murder take place at 9 at night? Gee, that's the exact time I ordered some room service from the hotel bellboy. Incidentally, the bellboy corroborates the witness's story. Ergo, she was not at the crime scene. Rock solid. Mr. Wright, you just made a serious accusation against a perfectly innocent woman. Sorry, Your Honor. I didn't go so well. But if that's the case, how did she know the thinker was a clock? Wait, Your Honor, I figured it out. There's one other way Miss April May could have known it was a clock. One way alone, and I have proof. Well, proof you say? Then the court will examine your proof, Mr. Wright. How did the witness know the thinker was a clock? Have a look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, could you explain to the court what this is? Miss April May? You were taping the victim, Miss Mia Fey's phone, weren't you? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it is not, You still have one thing. Yeah, I still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone the weapon was a clock is... the phone, right? I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually there's something I want you to hold on to me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? Defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm not the bad girl. Is that it? Oh, so I'm the bad girl, is it? Is that it? What? That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. Miss May, why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant? She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While the court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? At the time of the murder, I was in my hotel room, getting room service. How could I have killed her? If you don't believe me, just ask the bellboy. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I think you've sunk in quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fay. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Alright, I've got nothing to lose, except for, well, everything. Understood. I accept your condition. Fool. You fell right into my trap. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. He's still holding the tray. What? I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. Tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Water Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call at after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Miss May wasn't involved in the murder now, Maya will be finished. Okay. I am the head bellboy at the Fine Gate Water Hotel in business for 4 generations. Okay, let's see the type of one. Remains. Okay, I don't think any of this, so I might have to just ask him. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought at her. 9 on the dot, sir. So wait, when did she die? I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I'll press him until he spills his beans. Okay. Precisely 9 then? Precisely, exactly. And most definitely, sir, 9 PM. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy. Tea. I'd like that iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door on the crack of 9, sir. Why'd she be so particular about the time? Here, let's press him on this then. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all the stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for a nice coffee. I... 9 o'clock on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail but several times. She was watching a program on TV and wished a drink after she finished, sir. 9. The time of the murder. Okay. You sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favoured me with an embarrasser, sir. Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace? Embrasser? It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanour, sir. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. Sounds pretty fishy. I wanted Bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. When Miss May leave the sand, I can't let this happen, can I? Wait. Please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it. Now, This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Check-in. There was another person? Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in, Miss May. Oh, alright. Very well, sir. My first thought was she was a beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment? Well, I am not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there. What did he just say? What did you say? Rather quite. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Miss May check in with another person? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oof. You fool. I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought them room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person? Simple. It was... Miss April May. The man who checked in was Miss May. Oof. Your Honor, as has previously been revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi of the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man who was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late. I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Oof. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Mr. Wright, you are amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know. Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too. Ha! That face of his with his wide eyes and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May. He's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe, sir. Sis. Don't worry, I'll find him tomorrow. I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. The rest of the testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. I just don't know how much this would be good to. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center. It's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Alright. I'll save here. I'm gonna end here. It was fun, but it is now 4 AM in the morning. And so I am going to go to bed. Good night, everyone. I'll see you in the next stream or video. I don't know if I'm gonna upload between my next stream. Probably not, but see y'all.